were forbidden to love, was the only person who knew the truth about you. She had everything people dreamed of: a beautiful house, a successful husband, money, respect, and a life that looked perfect from the outside. But every night, when the front door closed and the lights went out, she felt completely alone. Then one unexpected meeting changed everything. A secret began in the shadows. A glance became a conversation. A conversation became a dangerous attraction. And soon, two people who knew they should stay apart found themselves trapped between love, guilt, lies, and a secret that could destroy both their lives. But here's the question that nobody expected. What if their secret wasn't the biggest secret in the house? Before we begin, make sure you subscribe, because if you love emotional stories filled with forbidden love, shocking betrayals, hidden secrets, and twists you won't see coming, this is exactly the kind of story you don't want to miss. The rain began just before midnight. Clara stood beside the enormous window of her bedroom and watched the drops slide slowly down the glass. Beyond the garden, the trees moved in the wind like dark figures whispering to one another. The house was silent. Her husband, Richard, had gone upstairs nearly an hour earlier after another dinner where they had barely exchanged 10 words. From the outside, their marriage looked perfect. Inside, it had been dying for years. Clara was 39, elegant, intelligent, and accustomed to hiding her feelings behind a calm smile. Richard was older, wealthy, respected in the community, and extremely careful about his reputation. He owned several businesses and had spent years building an image of himself as a devoted husband and respectable businessman. But Clara knew the truth. Richard cared more about appearances than happiness. He noticed the flowers in the garden, but not when Clara stopped smiling. He noticed whether guests complimented her dress, but not when she cried alone. He remembered anniversaries because forgetting them would look bad, not because they mattered to him. And Clara had gradually learned to stop asking for affection. She had become an expert at pretending. Every morning she smiled. Every afternoon she answered politely. Every evening she sat beside Richard at dinner. And every night she wondered how a person could feel lonely while living inside a house filled with everything money could buy. Then Daniel arrived. Daniel was 28 and had been hired to oversee renovations on the old guest house behind the property. He was quiet, respectful, and completely different from the men Clara usually encountered in Richard's world. He didn't care about money. He didn't care about appearances. And, most dangerously of all, he listened. Their first conversation lasted less than 5 minutes. Clara had gone outside because she heard a noise near the guest house. Daniel was carrying a wooden box when he nearly dropped it after seeing her standing in the doorway. "I'm sorry," he said. "I didn't mean to disturb you." "You didn't." She looked at the box. "What's inside?" "Old photographs." "Photographs. Apparently the previous owner left hundreds of them." Clara smiled. "Then you may have discovered more secrets than you expected." Daniel looked at her for a moment. Secrets are usually the most interesting things people leave behind. She didn't know why that sentence stayed in her mind. But it did. Days passed. They spoke occasionally. At first, their conversations were harmless. Then they became longer. Clara discovered that Daniel loved old books, hated crowded parties, and had once dreamed of becoming a photographer. Daniel discovered that Clara secretly painted, something she had stopped doing after marrying Richard because Richard considered it a childish hobby. One afternoon he found one of her paintings hidden inside the guest house. He stared at it for several seconds. "You painted this?" Clara nodded. "Years ago. It's beautiful." She laughed softly. "Richard doesn't think so." Daniel looked at her. "Does that matter?" Clara didn't answer. That silence told him everything. From that day forward, something changed. Neither of them said it aloud. Neither admitted what was happening. But they both felt it. The stolen glances, the conversations that lasted too long, the strange nervousness whenever they were alone, and the growing fear that somebody would notice. They tried to create distance. For 3 days, Clara avoided the guest house. On the 4th day, Daniel left early. But avoiding each other only made the feeling stronger. Then came the storm. Richard was supposed to attend a business dinner in the city. Clara expected to spend the evening alone. Instead, Richard called at 6. "There's been a change of plans." Are you coming home? No, the meeting is running late. Clara looked toward the window. All right, I'll probably stay at the hotel. When the call ended, she felt an unexpected relief. That evening, the rain became violent. The electricity failed shortly after 9. Clara walked downstairs carrying a candle. Then she heard someone knocking. It was Daniel, the storm-damaged part of the guest house, he explained. I wanted to make sure you're safe. You should go back. I know. Neither moved. The candlelight flickered between them. For several seconds, there was nothing except the sound of rain. Daniel finally whispered, "This is a mistake." Clara's eyes filled with tears. I know. We should stop. I know. But I don't want to. Clara looked away. Neither did she. That was the moment their secret truly began. Not with passion, not with recklessness, with two lonely people admitting, perhaps for the first time, that they were tired of pretending they felt nothing. Over the following weeks, they met in secret. They spoke in the guest house. They walked through the garden late at night. They exchanged messages that were deleted immediately afterward. Their relationship remained hidden because both understood what would happen if Richard discovered it. But there was something Clara didn't know. Someone else had already noticed. Richard's sister, Victoria. Victoria visited the house unexpectedly one Saturday morning. She had always been suspicious of Clara. She believed Clara had married Richard for money, despite the fact that Clara had never asked for anything. During breakfast, Victoria casually asked, "How is the renovation going?" Clara froze for half a second. "Fine. Daniel seems very dedicated." Clara looked up. "You know him?" "I've seen him." Victoria smiled. It wasn't a friendly smile. "I notice things." Clara felt a chill. That afternoon, Victoria found Daniel outside. "You should be careful," she told him.